You describe stalking as murder in slow motion. Why do you use this phrase?
I describe stalking and coercive control, the two together, as murder in slow motion, because you get a drip, drip, drip before the most serious event. And often with the murders, when you look back, you see so many opportunities to intervene and prevent. One of the cases that really changed my perception and changed my life was the murder of Clare Bernal in Harvey Nichols in 2005. And she was shot dead on September the 13th. I still remember it like it was yesterday. 2 people have been shot dead in Harvey Nichols, which makes you think of someone's gone into Harvey Nichols and just shot 2 people dead. But the 2 people shot dead was Michael Pesch murdering Clare Bernal, who worked there. And so understanding what went before that, my commander had said, can you do a quick desktop review? Any issues for us, Laura, in my role as head of homicide prevention unit? And when I start looking at the history of what we knew at New Scotland Yard and looking at the crime report, I saw that she had reported to us multiple times. And when she had reported his behaviour to us, it wasn't taken seriously. But actually what they missed was how terrifying this was for Clare, that she was leaving on the tube and he would just suddenly appear. He would block her exit off the tube. And on one of the last occasions, he didn't just block her exit, he stroked her cheek, moved closer to her so that they were nose to nose, and he said, if you report me to the police, I will kill you. Clare then manages to get home. She was living with a friend who also worked in Harvey Nichols, and that friend said, you must tell the head of security at Harvey Nichols, and so she did. The head of security at Harvey Nichols did a really good job, started watching Michael Pesch, started the disciplinary process, created a whole file on his behaviour that would eventually lead to him being suspended and then fired. But when he was fired and he was led out of Harvey Nichols in cuffs, what they didn't understand was how angry he was, and he wanted revenge on Clare. So when he's bailed, the first person he wants to go and see is Clare. He gets a weapon, because he's ex-military, and he's a security guard that works in Harvey Nichols, and then he goes in through a side door on September the 13th, because he knows the security layout. Security have all been told he mustn't enter the building. And at 20 to 8, when Clare's looking at one of her colleagues, she works on a cosmetic counter, and she's looking at the time and saying, we're almost done. He comes up behind her, shoots her once in the back of the head, 3 times in the face. And then he turns the weapon on himself. And the case just changed my understanding of stalking, my understanding of risk,